Today I want to show you how I shop at home before I go grocery shopping and how I'm able to get my grocery shop under £60 most weeks. Sometimes it goes over if I've got to do a restock, but I just want to show you how I do it because the other week I had somebody comment on my grocery haul telling me that I don't eat enough. And I know that it came from a very kind place, from a very good place. I think they only was caring and worrying that I don't eat enough food. And with what I buy in my groceries, I can see why people may think that. So I want to show you that I always shop at home first before I go grocery shopping to see what I can make meals out of before I actually go to hopefully save me some money. And at the moment, that's been working quite well. Now, some weeks in my groceries, they are a little bit above my £60 budget because I used to do a bit of a restock, but majority of the time I'm between £50 to £60 on my groceries for myself and my son. So I wanted to quickly show you shopping in my cupboards and shopping in my freezers, seeing what meals I have, seeing what I can make. Obviously I split my time with my ex as well, so every Wednesday and every weekend I don't have my son with me. So I just wanted to show you what I do in the hope that it might help you do the same or inspire you to do the same. It makes sure that your freezer's not full, and when you do a freezer sort out, you're not actually throwing away food, that you're using up everything that you have, which will ultimately save you money. If you don't know me, my name is Rachel. I'm a solo mum to one, and on this channel I talk everything frugal living, budgeting, mum life, and everything else in between. If you like that kind of thing, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I know I'm playing with my hair a lot today. I dyed it finally, but it's just doing my head in. Do you know when you just have one of those days where your hair just does your head in? Today is that day. Anyway, let's show you what I have in my freezer, and then I'll show you what I've got in my cupboard. Then I tell you what kind of meals I can plan ready for next week. So in my freezer, I have my tray that goes on the top shelf. Then I have 2 drawers just here, and I did nip to my mum's and grabbed a few little bits from my mum. So here I've got 4 breaded fish, and I still got 3 left in there. My son has a whole one of those, and I don't have them. I usually have a tin of tuna or a tin of salmon. Sometimes if I can afford it, I will go and buy the 10 pieces of salmon from Asda for £10. So if I have those, I will eat those. If not, I just have tinned fish, and my son has those because he loves them. He won't eat tuna or salmon, so this way I can get some fish in him. And I'd rather have the breaded than the battered because it's just a little bit healthier. I also have 3 ice creams left for him, and I bought some red velvet pancakes a few weeks ago. He's been having one a week, so I've got 1 more left of those ready for the weekend, so he can have that. Now moving on to the other 2 drawers. So in here, I've still got some skin on fries that my son absolutely loves. I've got some egg muffins here for breakfast, so I always make a batch of 4, and then I give him 2 for breakfast one day, and then I put 2 in the freezer for another day. I also got some sweet corn, so we had some sweet corn the other day, we had some left over, and I've got a big bag of sweet corn, but this is usually the right amount for my son, so I always freeze over the leftovers, and then he can have them next time he has fish. I got some more wraps left, so I can defrost these and we can have tacos one night. It saves me buying more wraps. I've also got here these ones. These are bagel fins. My son had bagel fins for breakfast quite a lot, so I buy a packet and then I just pop them in the freezer. So he's got 4. He's got 4 there, so that's like another 4 breakfasts. And he usually has 1, maybe 2 a week, so that does last me a little while. I also got some Yorkshire puddings here because I saw them on the yellow sticker, nice big Yorkshire puddings. He wouldn't eat all 6. I don't like Yorkshire puddings, so I freeze them, and when we have gammon roast or something that I could put a Yorkshire pudding with, then I do that. Here is pizza. You know, my son loves pizza, so I got some pizza there. And this is 1 more English muffin. So when he has pork patties, he always has it in an English muffin. I don't know why he doesn't have it in a bagel. He says he don't like it in a bagel. So he's got 1 more of those. So once I use that, I know I'm going to need to go and buy some more English muffins. Now, I can't eat bread. It makes me very uncomfortable. So I buy a pack of 6. I freeze 5. He has 1. And then I just do it that way. And it just saves me money. And I've also got 1 more bread roll left for a weekend. If I've got no bread, I can just get get that out, pop it in the oven for a little while or in the microwave or something to soften it up, or get it out in the morning and then he can have a roll for lunch. I also got chicken nuggets, almost ran out, so that is something I'm going to need to go and get this week, is some chicken nuggets. So I know for breakfast he's fine. He's got pork patty, he's got pizza, he's got tortilla wraps, and I do have some beef mince that I got from my mum. So I know that I can do tacos one night this week as well. So that is one thing that I've got. And obviously we've still got the chips here as well, so I can put some chips with something. He's got his sweet corn for veggies, and he's got egg muffins too. So that is everything in that drawer. I'm moving on to the final drawer. So in here is some oat cookies. I made some oat cookies, some chocolate ones and plain ones the other day. I don't eat all of them in one go, so I always freeze them, get a couple out in the morning each morning, and I can have it for an afternoon snack. Again, more pizza, because I buy pizza on the yellow sticker because it's cheaper, especially the Pizza Express one. More pizza, more pizza. More pizza. So I know that I have lots and lots of pizza, so I don't need to worry about pizza for a couple of weeks now. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got about 2 to 3 weeks of pizza there. Also got some sweet corn as well from Farm Foods. Again, it lasts us quite a while. It's not his favourite vegetables, but he will eat it. I absolutely love these rustic roasting vegetables. They're carrot and parsnip. Absolutely lovely to have on when we have our gammon. More pizza, loads of pizza. I've also got 2 pork patties, so we can have that with his English muffin. So it means that once I use that up, I'm going to buy more pork patties, and I'm going to have to buy more English muffins. Here I've got little cocktail sausages. So not every weekend I buy bread, especially if he hasn't gone to school, because I split the time with my ex. So I'll just either give him a pizza box of some little sausages and chicken nuggets and some crisps and vegetables. And I've also got a big bag of sausages as well, so we can have pasta and sausages and all of that. So that is what I've got in the freezer. But I'll show you what I got from my mum, because I do go shopping at my mum's house because she's got loads of food that she's not going to eat. I think she buys it like out of habit more than anything else. But that is basically what I got. So my son has got plenty of food, but I will go through what I'm going to eat now, which is what I've got from my mum's house. So I have got the puff pastry out of the freezer yesterday, because I'm going to make some homemade sausage rolls, and it usually gives us 10 sausage rolls, so I do have one of those with my son, so I've got to make that today. Also my mum had some beef mince, so we'll have tacos. I will have this with a load of vegetables, so like I get spinach and mushrooms and cherry tomatoes and little peppers from Aldi every Friday. So I will do a big massive vegetable stir fry thing, and then my son will have this in a taco, and I'll have my vegetables with the mince. So that's kind of what I do there. So I do have that. I also have these sweet and vibrant Mediterranean style vegetables. I absolutely love these. My mum had some in her freezer, so I grabbed those. And then she also had loads of chicken, so I got some chicken as well. So I can make some chicken skewers, or I can put this in the slow cooker, which I do quite often, and put this in a slow cooker. And I've also got this sweet and creamy root veg mash as well. So I'll have that maybe with some chicken or on the side of the beef mince and vegetables. So that is something else that I have. So let's move on to my cupboards, which is an absolute mess. But I do need to buy more lentils, because I've only got 1 tin left now. So I think I've only got butter beans left. So I need to go and buy some lentils. And my mum has got a huge bag of red lentils at her house. But I walked there, so I couldn't carry it back. So when I drive there later to drop something off, I'm going to pick up the lentils. A tin of chopped tomatoes, which I'll put in a slow cooker. So I'll put the butter beans and chopped tomatoes in a slow cooker. And then all the vegetables that I buy in the week, I put all that in a slow cooker as well, and stir it all up, leave it for a few hours, and I actually make enough for about 2 or 3 days of lunches and dinners. My peanut butter, my son's peanut butter, obviously pesto, sometimes I put that in the slow cooker, and I've got some chocolate spread as well, and I've got jam too there, Worcester sauce, and I've got all my other sauces and everything. And then up here I've got some sugar crumb coating, and I've got all my spices, and I've also got these like vegan, don't really know what they are. They're like a powder, and it's like it's like a flavour thing. So I got vegetable one, I got bacon one, I got a fish one, and I think that's it. Oh, blue cheese one as well. So like with my vegetables that I have just with beans, I'll put some of that over it and it'll just taste a bit more like meat. I also have rice noodles as well that I need to use up, but I've never had them before. So I don't quite know how to cook those, but sure, it can't be hard to figure out. So I need to have those. So I've got those that I can have as well. And then I've got my jelly and custard that I still got from Christmas. And I got some oats at the back that I make oat cookies with or have porridge. And then I've got loads of these like instant noodles that are really quick meals to have with my son if I'm running out of time. And we've got loads of pasta, and I've got some beetroot pasta there that my son doesn't like, which I can also put in the slow cooker. And then I've got all my seeds, my popcorn kernels, my creatine powder, because I have creatine every day. You should be having creatine if you're over 40, it's good for the brain. And then you've got almond flour, I've got some dates, and I've got some coconut, desiccated coconut there as well. So it doesn't look like I get a lot, but I will flip round now and tell you a quick meal plan. So basically my son has loads of food. He's got pork patties, he's got pizza, he's got sausage and pasta. I've also got some potatoes left in this cupboard down here, so I can make mashed potato. I've got sweet potatoes in there as well. And I seen something going viral the other day on social media about cooking your sweet potatoes, but where the skin's up, not the skin, yeah. So it's based down on the baking tray, and apparently it's much nicer. So I'm going to give that a go. But I do have some sweet potatoes and potatoes in that cupboard. That cupboard there at the bottom, it's more like school lunch stuff. It's our treats, it's our drinks. There's nothing really exciting in there. Nothing I can actually make meals out of. But there are some potatoes in there that I could do. So I now know that I need to buy some beans, need to get lentils from my mum. I need to buy... I also need to buy baked beans and sausages because we had them this week. So I'm going to need to buy another packet of those. I do need some cheese as well. So I need to get that. I need to buy eggs so that we can have omelettes so my son can have eggs in the morning for breakfast too. And I've also been having eggs at lunchtime with some cottage cheese and some chicken. So I've been buying some chicken pieces, or my mum had loads of chicken, so I cooked some chicken at her house and brought it home, and I had some cottage cheese and some chicken, some cucumber and some boiled eggs to get lots of protein in for lunch. So for breakfast, it's always the same with me. I always have Greek yogurt with my protein powder, and I have fruit. So I have kiwi every day, and then I'll buy some kind of berries on a Friday and I'll have them until they run out. And then snack wise, I've got apples and oranges there, so I'll heat those throughout the day for a snack. But if I want something really sweet, I'll have it. So if I want chocolate, I'm gonna have chocolate. But if I'm not feeling chocolate, but I want something sweet, I have dates, because that's just as good, and they're full of fibre as well. So for lunches, I usually have a slow cooker. So if I've made a slow cooker meal at the weekend, that will give me, if I make it on Sunday, I can usually have lunch and dinner Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday with my slow cooker dinners. So I do have to do that this weekend for next week because I haven't got my son as much next week. But if I don't have that, I have the cottage cheese with some boiled eggs and some rice cakes. The lunches for me are a little bit more tricky because I feel like I'm always busy in the day. I don't really have time to sit and prepare and make a lunch. So that is something I need to work on. That's why the slow cooker meals work. But when it comes to Thursday, Friday, I'm useless. So I need to find something else to do for my lunches. And then for my dinners, it'll be a slow cooker meal. I'll have sweet potato, jacket potatoes with my son. If he's got pasta and sausages, I might have the beetroot pasta with loads of vegetables. We'll have omelettes. So I know that we need some eggs this week for omelettes, and I know that we need some cheese and see if there's any cheap meat on the yellow sticker. So if there's cheap meat on the yellow sticker, such as chicken or pork mince, I will buy that and I will make some meatballs or put it in a slow cooker or do something like that. So it's really tough because prices are forever increasing and things are getting worse, and it can get a little bit boring having to do what we have to do. But my son's fed, I'm fed 3 meals a day, and I'm working on getting 30 grams of protein per meal. I'm still working on it, but I do get I do eat plenty of food. So thank you so much for caring. I really do appreciate it. And I know I didn't mean to make this video at all and I have to explain myself, but I just wanted to show that if you shop at home first, you look at what you've actually got, and then you're able to see what you actually need to buy. Because sometimes you go and try and buy pork patties, but you've already got loads in the freezer, but you didn't know you had them. So you've just wasted more money. So if you shop your freezer and shop your cupboards first, see what you've actually got, what meals you can make, it will make your grocery bill a little bit cheaper. I hope it helped in some way. If you've got any other tips or tricks or ideas, do drop them down in the comment box below. We'd love to hear them, and I love talking to you guys as well. If you like today's video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to share it with a friend in case you think that they might enjoy this video as well. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos from me. I hope whenever you're watching this, you're having a good morning, good day, good evening, and I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.